The story starts with a flashback from Natsum's past. He wasn't just friends with Himari, there was also a boy he used to hang out with. One day, the friend noticed Natsum's new jacket and asked if it was new. Natsum replied that his sister got it for him. Shortly after, Himari arrived and the three of them would often go home together and attend school side by side. Natsum says he spent a lot of time with Himari but also hung out plenty with his male friend. One day, while chatting in the lab, his friend asked if Himari was coming. Natsum said she'd be a bit late. Then, the friend nervously requested something. He said Christmas was coming up and he wanted to spend some alone time with Himari, like a date. He asked Natsum to step aside for a while. The next day, Natsum looked upset and began questioning his feelings. He wasn't sure what to do and wasn't even sure if he believed in love. A teacher noticed and invited him to lunch, and during their chat, she told him that even close friends shouldn't be overly possessive. People need space. Later, Natsum sat alone in the classroom, feeling low, when Himari suddenly showed up. He was surprised and asked why she was there. She said she'd gone to his house but came to school after hearing he was there. Natsum, still confused, said, "Weren't you supposed to be with him?" Himari replied, "I thought you'd come too. But honestly, I don't like clingy guys who try too hard to impress." Natsum defended the guy, saying, "He's actually a good person who'll probably keep you happy." But Himari then asked, "So you knew that he was using you just to get close to me?" She explained how the guy was trying to talk to her even before they became friends. But she held back because of Natsum. Now she was hurt to know she was being used. Trying to cheer up, the two went to a place with lots of flowers. Himari was fascinated by sunflowers and asked Natsum many questions about them. Natsum thought to himself that sunflowers perfectly represented their simple and honest friendship. Himari smiled and said, "Let's always stay best friends." Natsum asked, "So, are you saying we'll never become boyfriend or girlfriend?" Himari laughed and told him not to worry about that and to just focus on his craft and becoming the best at it. She said, "Just keep looking at me and I'll look at you." That made Natsum blush and he said, "I'm not going to take it the wrong way, we're just good friends." Then Himari gently leaned on Natsum's shoulder, and when he asked what she was doing, she said she just felt comfortable like that. They continued talking for a while. In the present, Himari wakes up thinking about how overthinking ruins her mood. She looks in the mirror, says she's cute but admits the world is full of pretty girls. At school, she's watering plants and almost slaps Natsum on the back like usual, but this time he catches her hand. Surprised, she frowns and he casually says, "Good morning," and walks away. Himari tries to talk to him, but Natsum says he's busy texting. Himari, a bit irritated, wonders if he's addicted to texting and vows to mess up his plan. She asks about his summer break plans. Natsum replies there are 2 days left before vacation. Himari whispers in his ear, "Let's have a sleepover, just the two of us." Natsum freaks out and says, "Are you crazy? A boy and girl can't do that." But Himari insists, "Why not? I'm fine with it." Things get awkward, and just as the tension builds, Inomoto shows up and instantly changes the vibe. She pulls Natsum away and says she also wants to plan a sleepover and discusses what they'll do. Himari stands there, stunned by what just happened. Later, Natsum is seen feeding Himari with his own hands and feeling super embarrassed. Inomoto tells him, "That's why I brought you somewhere private, so you won't feel shy." Natsum admits it still feels awkward even if no one's watching. Inomoto then shows Natsum the messages he had sent her, complaining about Himari. Natsum feels cornered and is forced to keep feeding her. He's clearly uncomfortable. Then he drinks his milk, but Inomoto snatches it and gives him something else instead. She confronts him, "You're obviously not just friends with Himari, so why are you still so confused?" She suggests he go on a date with Himari. Natsum admits he likes her but doesn't know what to do. Inomoto tells him, "You want love, but you also want to chase your dream. That's what makes you so admirable." Natsum says romantic stuff embarrasses him deeply. Later, while Natsum is watching a game, Himari jumps on him out of nowhere. Natsum is shocked. She tells him she wants to go swimsuit shopping because summer is near. Natsum panics again and asks why she's inviting him instead of a girl. He suggests she invite Inomoto instead. He thinks it might be a good chance to hang out with Inomoto too. But before anything happens, he says goodbye and walks away. Soon after, Inomoto shows up and confronts him, asking why she wasn't invited. She asks, "Do you want to see Himari in a swimsuit?" Natsum looks stunned. "No, it's not like that at all. I absolutely don't want to go with her." That's why I thought of inviting you instead. I figured if you go along, you might be able to help her out. He then says, in a way, I'll also have to go since we're such good friends. At this moment, Inomoto seems furious. She looked extremely dangerous. Meanwhile, Natsum is thinking in his head, yeah, I want to see her in a swimsuit. Inomoto, still angry, refuses to go and says, you two can go alone. So finally, Natsum and Himari go shopping together. As they're about to enter the store, Natsum says, you go ahead, I'll wait outside. But Himari grabs his collar and says, you're coming in with me, be honest. Is your heartbeat racing because you're about to see me in a swimsuit? They continue talking like this with Himari teasing Natsum playfully. She then grabs his hand to pull him inside, but Natsum quickly walks in ahead of her. Himari makes a funny annoyed face and then begins thinking out loud about what kind of swimsuit she should choose. Natsum is visibly excited. He's thinking to himself how great it will be to see Himari in a swimsuit, basically typical guy thoughts. I can't even say some of those thoughts out loud. Then Himari changes into a swimsuit and calls Natsum over. She says she's going to show him how she looks. She starts saying silly things like, I'll look like this or maybe like that in this swimsuit. Natsum gets super flustered. Himari starts pulling him closer by his tie. She was literally about to reveal her swimsuit. But Natsum immediately bolts out of there, doesn't even wait a second. He rushes straight home, only to find Inomoto's sister, Kuruha, already there. She tells him, I know Inomoto is your friend and so is Himari. Natsum asks, who told you all this? Kuruha replies, my mom's friend Seema told me. Natsum then asks how she knows Seema. Kuruha says, she's our neighbor, basically. Then she says, would you consider giving Inomoto to me? After this, she goes to Inomoto and Makishima and immediately starts arguing with them. Makishima says, I know Natsum has gone to Inomoto now. He's going to leave you. This makes Himari even angrier and she starts hitting Makishima with a racket. Makishima, in return, picks up a flower pot to attack Himari. Himari says, that's not fair. You got something heavy and gives her racket back, choosing not to fight. Makishima then says, Kuruha is here now and the game is about to change. Natsum will go to Inomoto. Hearing this, Himari is shocked. Then we see a scene with Kuruha again where she says, you already know Himari had promised to join our agency, but now she's backing out. This shocks Natsum and he starts apologizing. Kuruha says there's no need to apologize. Himari played with my trust. I don't feel bad, but I've come to talk business with you. This surprises Natsum even more. She says, convince Himari to join our agency. In return, I'll help you open your accessory shop. And not for free, I'll even invest a lot of money. She shows him a large amount of cash, leaving Natsum stunned. She continues, don't worry about the model, I'll provide plenty. Just bring Himari to my agency. Natsum yells, you can't do this. I won't let Himari go no matter how much money or how many models you offer. He adds, it was our dream to open a shop together and I won't do it without her. Kuruha says, I get it, you're saying this because Himari is cute. But you know she's wasting her talent helping someone useless. Natsum replies angrily, you have no right to say that. Then Kuruha insults him more, saying, back in junior high, your designs were worthless. It was only because of Himari that your products sold. If you're ruining your friend's dreams then, you're just being selfish. If you were a real friend, you'd support her. I know you like her a lot. If that's the case, I can take you to Tokyo, but you'll have to give up your accessory dreams. Natsum starts thinking, I don't think she's telling the truth. As the conversation continues, suddenly Hibari enters the scene. Kuruha gets furious seeing him. Sakura says, at least open the door gently, if it breaks, you'll have to pay. Hibari then asks, why are you here? Himari already rejected your offer. Kuruha responds with sarcastic remarks. Natsum, confused, asks his sister Sakura, who is he? Why are they talking like this? Sakura tells him they're ex-lovers. Everything starts to make sense to Natsum now. Hibari keeps talking nonsense, but then Kuruha shows something on her phone. After seeing it, Hibari starts panicking badly. He asks for her phone, but Kuruha hides it and says, come and get it yourself. Hibari nervously, eyes shut, reaches out for the phone. It wasn't even his, it was Kuruha's. Suddenly, the phone slips from Kuruha's hand and Hibari catches it. He says, so what now? I've got your phone. I'll delete everything. But Kuruha says, I've got 20 more phones all with the same stuff. This leaves Hibari terrified again. They all continue talking and finally Kuruha says, all right, I've changed my mind. She tells Natsum, during the summer break, you'll have to team up with me and prove your skills. She adds, you claim to be Himari's best friend, right? Now's your chance to prove it. If you can't, Himari will have to come with me. Natsum replies, if I win, you'll leave Himari alone. She agrees, if you win, I'll give her to you. But if I win, she comes with me. They shake on it, sealing the deal. As Kuruha leaves, she says, this summer vacation is going to be intense for you. Then she says goodbye and walks away. Natsum thinks to himself, I still have time. I must prove myself. And with that, the episode ends. And make sure to subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video. Until then, goodbye.